All right. Good morning, my people. Good morning. We are on time today. Today is August the 21st of 2021. Last week, Sis Augusta reminded me that I said 2020. So this date business, I need to leave the date business alone. It's so bad. One time, a long time ago, I went to the bank and I wrote 1920 on my papers that I signed on the back, and they called me. Actually, they took it initially. I went home. I got a call that I signed on my document 1920. I'm like, what is this reincarnation? I mean, who signs? I wasn't here in 1920. Why would I be signing papers in 1920? Anyway, it goes back to tell you I'm not good with dates. So I'm looking at the time. I mean, the date now is 8/24 of 2021. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. My name is Munachim Saga. We have a very good topic. As you can see, we had our victory proclamation over the 1999 Constitution on Tuesday. So I hope you were able to join us at that point in time. We thank of all our brothers and sisters that showed up. We here in USA, we had to get up like around 4:30 in the morning, 4:45 to get ready for the show. So we gotta do what we gotta do. We are mothers. We are here to deliver our people. We are here to make sure that our people understand what works to get to our destination, and we're giving it all that we can, including our time, our effort, our resources. And it doesn't matter at this point. We wish we have more because we have told you guys on this platform that the same life other people are living all over the place and enjoying themselves. There is no reason why our people cannot do the same. So it is a great joy, a great honor to actually do for our people. So thank you for joining us. Let me allow my sister to introduce herself. Sister, please go ahead.
Thank you, Sister Muna. Thank you, our viewers. Thank you, all our people that are sharing, liking, subscribing. We appreciate you. We appreciate what you are doing. We appreciate what we are doing together. So, my name is Dr. Ekwe Simon Okube. I live in Lexington, Kentucky. I'll give us a short admonition as we start. According to Amos 3:3, two people cannot go together except they agree. Agreement and alliance is very important for any meaningful progress to happen in any system. Any person serious about progress will first of all locate the people that they can work together, then form alliance with them and begin to collaborate, build strength along that line. You see, in NINAS, we have found those who share our core values of life preservation and dignity of humanity. There's a reason why God told Abraham to listen to Sarah, his wife, when she suggested to him to take away the people constituting a stumbling block to her and her children and her son. You see, we do not need to necessarily have the same international passport to work together. Our mindset is what matters. If we think alike on crucial issues, then we can work together, irrespective of your tribe, your skin color, ethnicity, religion, or political affiliations. So please join us together as we work on how to make Africa a better place. We can do it, people. It is doable and is within our reach today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sister, for that. I don't know if our viewers can see us. For some reason, I feel like something is blocking something. There is no way. I tried to post the video and it's still telling me to log in. And there is no way we only have 9 people watching. I mean, Facebook, come on, that's not true. So something is blocking something somewhere. That does not make sense. Can you try to copy and post it on WhatsApp and see what happens? Because it's telling me to, like, when you post it, the person's supposed to click and they will see the show, but it's showing login, as if someone is not logged in. Viewers, if you can see us and hear well, just can you type in comments as well, please?
Let me see. You can see it live. Let me see.
Yeah, when you try to post it, it shows on my own side like people need to log in when I try to post it on WhatsApp. unlike just clicking and then you will be
Mm-hmm.
on it. Does it make sense?
Yeah, I do, my dear, but I'm trying
Yeah.
to.
Hi. Okay, Chukwudi, Victor Chukwudi said hi. Hi, Chukwudi. Oh, yeah, Chukwudi. How are you? So anybody else, if you can hear us, please let us know. Say hey, can hear you. Hi, so we can make sure
Yeah.
that we are on between Twitter and Facebook and yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, Chukwemeka Ray say texted hi. Okay, that's good. All right. Okay, so what we are looking at, while you're looking, I'll just go ahead with the topic for today. Our topic today, as usual, we send out the promo on Wednesday, Thursday, just for people to be in the spirit where we are going with the topic of the week. So our topic for the week is Victory Proclamation over the 1999 Constitution. So if you were part of the viewership on Tuesday, give us a thumbs up. Let us know that you were there. If you're not, it's okay. The good thing is that, with social media, you can always go back to look to see what was done that day. So it was a sight to see. The 120 days ended, and we are moving on with closing the shop for real. So people need to understand that we are not taking it seriously. And as God will have it, the media house in Nigeria, they are beginning to understand what we're saying. And you can watch one of our broadcasters actually explain it very well in one of the videos that we'll play today. So they are getting it. So this is not a freedom that you get by propaganda, lying, pretending, photoshopping. This is the actual work. People get used to it. We are doing the right thing for our self-determination for the first time. We, the indigenous people, we are doing this. So, and we are not faking it. We are not pretending. We are not emotional about it. We are strategic. We are doing what works. We are working with international communities. We, the indigenous people, for the first time, we are doing what we need to get where we need to go. So we thank God for that. So as our topic today said, victory proclamation over the 1999 Constitution. You saw us on Tuesday celebrate this victory. For the first time, we have applied a potent solution to the virus that has been marauding our land and taking over our lives. If we don't hurry up, though, however, if we don't hurry up and kill Nigeria, Nigeria will wipe us out under our watch, while we earn all the degrees in the whole wide world and speak English as our first language, Nigeria joined the league of countries that breed terror, terrorism, and terrorists. Nigeria became a slaughterhouse where innocent babies and helpless men and women are slaughtered on a daily basis. According to the Global Terrorism Index 2020, so this was fairly recent, most terrorized countries in the world include Afghanistan is number one, Iraq is number two, and your dear Nigeria, the one Nigeria that a lot of you are holding in your heart, like pacifier. You can't take my one Nigeria from me, is recorded as the third on the Global Terrorism Index. If you look at these other people, what do they all have in common? All these countries that they are calling terrorists, terrorized countries. Under our watch, we are constantly being led by a well trained Judas goat to the slaughterhouse all day long, all week long, all year long. For so many years, our political parties, their traditional church leaders, and social influencers, in conjunction with their external colonizers, they will lead Nigerians to the slaughterhouse every 4 years through the Fulani INEC general elections under 1999 constitution, which brings nothing but death and massacre. We see this happen all over again and again and again. And a lot of us are not, we never tied it together. Nobody ever tied the constitution with the death, with the mayhem going on in Nigeria. We were never able to put it together. All of us, we knew it was happening, but we never knew there was a pipeline that is causing all of these things and folding all of these things. So likewise, the Fulani herdsmen, Mieti Allah and his caliphate herders, meat packers, use this instinct of Judas goat to their advantage. And by the way, there is a video we're going to play about this Judas goat so that we can begin to get it. People don't know something like that exists, but you can see exactly how that whole picture mimics what is happening to us as people. So today we are going to take a deeper dive into the Judas Goat phenomenon, the correlation between Afghanistan and Nigeria. That's if there's any of that. And finally, how the potent local initiative that took down the 1999 constitution tallies with the United States policy adjustment of no boots underground. So we're going to start with a video today because things are making sense. The good news for us nowadays is that people are asking questions. They are no longer distracted by radio adbursts and fake news and all kinds of stuff. The well-meaning people still left out there in our culture, in our land, in our whatever is asking questions. So we're going to help you guys. That's one of the things that we do. We try to tie things together. And not because we are the smartest. These are the things that we get led by the Holy Spirit to say, Mokona, this one, do you know that this one is part of this one is part of this one? Because for years, everything is in isolation. We see them happening, but we did not know that actually they're all interrelated, interconnected. So we're going to play a video for you guys, our first video. Many of you may have seen this video going on and on and on. And there's a where we're going with this video. So give me a few minutes to pull it up. Um, and please don't forget to share, like, subscribe. So I'm going to play that first video. Okay. So we have to do this, people. We have to do this thing on our own. No one is going to do it for us. No one. You, and me.
So,
We are
Sister
the one.
Muna, why you find the video? So let me tell them a little about the video.
Right.
This video was done by a white man. It's about what is happening in Afghanistan. Because we can see, like Sister Mona told us, after Afghanistan, Nigeria is next.
Mm.
So look at it and see. There are so many other videos that we could bring, but we just chose this one for you. Is it set, please, Sister Mona?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so please watch and see for yourself. Is there volume?
There's no volume. Sister, there's no volume. Hello. Sister, what happened? Hello, Sister, can you hear me? Oh, she's frozen. Viewers, can you all hear me? No volume. Okay. Oh, shoot. Sorry, my people. I messed up. I forgot to. Uh, there we go. Okay. I should fix that now. Give me a minute. Sister, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay. Thank you.
This
I didn't know there
network
was
was,
no volume.
yeah, there was no volume initially.
Check out today's headlines. CNN,
Is it on?
Afghan government
Yeah.
falls. The New York Times, Afghanistan's government collapses. The Washington Post, Afghan government collapses as Taliban takes control of Kabul. Fox News, Afghan President Ghani flees. U.S. Embassy lowers American flag with Taliban takeover nearly complete. The Los Angeles Times, Taliban floods Kabul, president flees, and Afghan government collapses. U.S. rapidly evacuates. The BBC, Taliban enter Kabul as Afghan government collapses. Reuters, Taliban enter Afghan capital, president and diplomats flee. MSNBC, Taliban takes control of presidential palace as Pentagon to send 1,000 troops to Kabul. Those additional 1,000 troops, of course, will only be there to help with the evacuation. Just 3 days ago, I was reading articles from Experts who were saying that Kabul would probably fall to the Taliban within a few months, but that it could happen in as little as 1 month. 3 days later, Afghan government falls. What the experts weren't factoring into their timeframes was that the Afghan government had concluded that fighting was pointless. The Afghan government agreed with the Borg. Resistance is futile. Why fight the Taliban for a month or for 3 months when they're going to conquer you anyway? Why not flee and surrender whatever is left and hope that the Taliban appreciates the gesture? That's what Afghan leaders concluded, so they left. Now, the people they once led are under the control of that tiny minority of extremists who fought the Soviet Union for 9 years and won, back when they were called the Afghan Mujahideen, who were supported by the US, and who fought the United States of America for 2 decades and won. When I say they won, I don't mean that they defeated the 2 most powerful nations in history on the battlefield. They won by wearing down the will of the countries they fought against. They won by being patient and relentless. There's an interesting clip from a recent CNN video. The Taliban are offering reporters protection to come and interview their leaders because they want to spread their message. Listen to this guy.
It's our belief that one day Mujahideen will have victory and Islamic law will come not to just Afghanistan, but all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
We are not in a hurry. We believe it will come one day. Jihad will not end until the last day.
Jihad will not end until the last day. Islamic law will take over the world, but we are not in a hurry. What was the Soviet Union doing in Afghanistan? Trying to destroy resistance to the Communist Party? The response of the Afghan Mujahideen was, how important is that to you, Soviet Union? Because we can hide in caves and attack you forever, and we are not in a hurry. Soviet Union lasted 9 years against the Afghan Mujahideen. Why was the US in Afghanistan for 2 decades? To keep the Taliban from harboring terrorists? All the Taliban had to do was say, how important is this Operation Enduring Freedom to you, Americans? Because we can hide in caves and attack you forever, and we are not in a hurry. Do you really want American soldiers dying in our country forever? How many trillions of dollars do you want to spend? Who wants to fight a war that never ends? Then all they had to do was wait, because they were not in a hurry. But notice, the Taliban official said that this is their approach to conquering the entire world.
Yeah.
Endless jihad until everyone just gets sick of fighting and submits to Islamic law. That's been Islam's approach for 14 centuries.
Mm-hmm.
Brutal violence combined with patience and relentlessness can wear down some very strong wills over time. When Islam comes for your nation, you better hope that you have leaders and a population with a collective will that is absolutely indomitable.
Yep, my people. Yep.
This is for those that are sitting down thinking that when they come, they will write application letter to you and say, we are coming. Hey, Nigeria will never be conquered by Islam. Hey, Fulanis will never take us out. Hey, the enemy is waiting to swallow you up. Go and watch this video again. Somebody actually sent it to me also, because people are now panicking. We have given you, Nigeria is number 3. That's as 2020. Today, we don't know what it is, because 2021, I'm sure Nigeria would have moved to number 2. Nigeria was number 3, 2020, after Afghanistan. If you check now, if they do that thing for 2021, Nigeria will be next. Did you hear it happen suddenly? Did you hear that they said that they are positioning themselves and very patient and waiting? I'm not waiting for you to bring the next video. So if you're there waiting, thinking that you just sleep and wake up, somebody else is doing it for you. Why the enemy is creeping in on you every day? Why they're already seated in their caves, waiting for you to swallow you up. What you hear is you sleep and wake up, you are swallowed. What will you do then? We are talking to our people. Those that like to sleep. In the one Nigeria. America could not stop them. For 20 years. Are these the people you want to share country with? Are the people you want to work with? Are these the ones? And you are doing nothing? And you have children in this world to protect. And you're not doing anything to protect them. Anything concrete. You think it's okay for you to just sit down? I was talking to one pastor that was talking to me. Oh, we have to walk by faith. I said faith without work is dead. Do you think they did not have Christians in Afghanistan? Do you think they did not have people that fasted for 70 days and 90 days in Afghanistan? You have to do more than just fasting. You have to do more than shouting hallelujah in that your church. You have to be practical. You do things that you see that from 1 to 2 to 3. These are the steps, practical steps. You do this in your home. But you have you are praying and fasting. Why do you have doors and windows? Why do you have padlock? Why do you have gates? You would have left yourself open so that angel will come and protect you. You know how to protect your house and put barbed wires in your house. Put what do they call on the window? Some of them, when they finish putting windows and doors, they're almost inside prison by themselves. You know how to do all that for yourself and your family. But when it now comes to family, a nation, everyone, you prefer to pray and say, let us live by faith. The faith, the show of the faith that you're living by is the things you're doing. When you finish praying, God will give you answers. He will tell you what to do. When you refuse to do those things, you are disobedient and he will watch you swallowed. And there's nothing you can do about it because you refuse to do what God told you to do. So you will not be blaming God at that point in time.
All right.
Yeah, go ahead, Sister Mona, please.
So we are going to, when we talk about the amount of money that was spent in Afghanistan, when you begin to hear it, there's what is it called, earthquake coming for that one. And I love this video because it broke down section by section what this amount, because we cannot fathom, we've never seen this kind of money, so we cannot fathom it. So for us, the poor people, they are in this video, they're going to break it down to see what this war, that if you don't take charge of your lives, somebody else will do it for you, and you don't know who they are, you don't know their thinking capabilities, you don't know how they will go and spend money on something that is fruitless versus something that is meaningful. So I'll play this video for our audience.
It's 9/11. The U.S. has spent over $2 trillion on the war in Afghanistan. That's $300 million per day, every day, for 2 decades. Or $50,000 for every person in Afghanistan's population of 40 million. You could also look at it this way. America has spent more trying to keep the Taliban at bay than the net worths of Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, Bill Gates, and the 30 richest billionaires in America all put together. $800 billion was allocated to direct war-fighting costs. $85 billion was spent to train the Afghan military, which ended up folding and surrendering in the weeks since the Pentagon closed Bagram Air Force Base in July. This effectively removed American air support against the Taliban. $750 million a year was allocated to salaries for Afghan soldiers.
Wow.
And then there's the human cost. 47,000 Afghan civilians dead, 69,000 Afghan security forces, over 3,500 coalition troops, 2,500 of them U.S. military personnel, 4,000 U.S. contractors. Figures for dead opposition fighters are estimated at around 51,000. The cost so far to care for the 20,000 Americans wounded in the conflict has been about $300 billion, with another $500 billion or so expected to come. The United States financed the war with borrowed money. Researchers at Brown University estimate more than $500 billion in interest has already been paid. They think that by 2050, the cost of interest alone on our Afghan war debt could reach $6.5 trillion. That equals about $20,000 for every U.S. citizen.
Hmm. All right. Go ahead, Sister Queen. Go ahead.
Horrible, my sister. Are these the people you want to protect you? That you are shouting and say, take note, oh, they're killing me, they're killing me. Come and take note.
Bring your notebook and your pen. Oh.
We need to learn from what happened in Afghanistan. This deal that America had with Afghanistan. Do not trust, do not entrust your freedom and security into the hands of any foreigner. Anybody that you don't know their capacity, you don't know their thinking capacity, you don't know how they sleep and wake up, you don't know anything, you don't even know their thoughts towards you. You don't even know whether they don't like you. You don't know whether they want you, they want to set you up, weaken you, and then disappear in one day. Because there's no way if they were there for 20 years that maybe let's say they started equipping the locals, the indigenous people, equipping them and training them. When you say equipping, not mean give them gun, training them in their mind. This is what you need to do. This is how to do it. When this happens, this is what you should do for 20 years. When they want to move, they move gradually. As they're moving, these people are coming in to take position. There's no way if you did something like that, that this thing will happen. This catastrophe will happen. But no, they will give you false hope. Weaken your internal defense. Weaken everything that makes you a human being. And then say that they're there for you. Then when they see that the hawks have positioned themselves to swallow you, they will disappear. You don't sleep and wake up, the gate man that is on your door has just opened the door to the armed robbers and disappeared. Meanwhile, you're paying him all. Using the lives of people to score cheap political points. Oh, we brought our troops home from Afghanistan. How did you bring it? What did you do? But you know what? They forgot one thing, that the world has become a global village. If you breed terrorism and terrorists in one corner of the world, like COVID, one day it will get to your borders. It will spread everywhere. You can see already Buhari, Bubu, is inviting them into our space. I hear they now have free visa between Afghanistan and Nigeria. Go in and come out. Are you not reading what is going on, my people? Are you not following it? You want somebody to open your eye physically before you can see? Is your brain not working? We can do better than this, my people. Wake up. Wake up. Samuna, are you ready with the next video?
No, go ahead.
Wake up. This is not when you will trust foreigners or trust whatever people. You can even see, because of COVID, that is why they're making some of these changes, because their own economy is collapsing. So they want to withdraw any place that they're sending money to. Do you know how much it costs them to put? You can see how much we're mentioning that it costs them to put these people in Afghanistan for 20 years. They can't afford to do it anymore. They are now fighting for their own economy because COVID slapped everybody. Nations are trying to restore themselves and wake up. So anywhere they don't want to spend unnecessary money, they cut it out. So they have to take that decision fast and move fast, closing all the loopholes, all the doors where they spend unnecessary money doors. So you see, we are back to square one, ourselves. We just have to build ourselves. We just have to work on ourselves. The indigenous people, straighten ourselves, because this battle is coming. But we are telling you that the preparation in this year, this is 2020, 21, 21st century. Sorry, is it what's happening?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
This is 21st century. So the way you fight now is not the way they fought in those days. And we are using strategies, using your brain, waking up, thinking the way you ought to think, collaborating, forming alliances. There are ways these things are done. Following step by step, putting laws in place. Like you see how Wike put some laws in his states. And we have been telling all these governors that after constitutional force majeure, that you are free to begin to pass these laws to protect your people and your land and your assets. You are free to do it now. This is not when to be stupid as a governor. This is not when to be moronic. This is when to begin to think. If you are a leader of any set of people in our land, this is when to begin to think strategically, critically, because nobody is coming to do it for you. Nobody. Are we set, please?
Yes.
So this video, we're going to see Nina's work receiving the legitimacy that it should receive. Because we are telling you that we're not here to shout. We're not here to cause anarchy. We're not here to. These things have been done all the other places. And that's why we're following the pattern. So watch this man. And the beauty of it, someone has said it before, that this is mainstream media, AIT. This guy gave a good summary of how these things are done elsewhere, UN and everything. We put everything together, showing you that our people are listening. So you need to listen as well. Thank you.
To people, politics, and power. I am Imoni Amari. On December 23rd, 1994, by Resolution 49/214, the United Nations General Assembly instituted August 9 every year as International Day of the World's Indigenous Peoples. The day is set aside to raise awareness and protect the social, economic, and political rights of indigenous populations across the world. The United Nations estimates that there are 476 million indigenous peoples living in 90 countries across the world. They account for 6.2% of the global population and represent 5,000 diverse and unique cultures, traditions, languages, and knowledge systems. The UN acknowledges that though several indigenous peoples, many more, are still under the authority of central governments who exercise control over their lands and territories. They are said to suffer from various degrees of discrimination, violence, institutional instability, and insecurity. In Nigeria, there has been a consistent agitation by some groups on behalf of indigenous peoples in the country. For example, the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination is a joint cooperative framework for the self-determination initiatives of the southern and middle belts of Nigeria. NINAS, as they are known by their acronym, alleges that the sovereignties of the constituent component regions of Nigeria, which were federated in 1960, collapsed in 1966, and were then hijacked by a unitary constitutional order in 1979. The alliance avers that the 1999 constitution has further confiscated and emasculated its sovereignties by 68 items on the exclusive legislative list, which strips states of key economic assets and governmental powers. It is on this premise that the alliance has for years now sought a fundamental reconfiguration of what it describes as a distressed and dysfunctional federal system. It goes on to declare a sovereignty dispute with the Nigerian federal government and proclaimed a constitutional force majeure on December 16, 2020. It gave a 90-day notice to the government and the international community to unconditionally abolish the 1999 constitution. Ninas thereafter wrote a petition to major Western governments, including the United States, Britain, France, Germany, and Russia, to impose heavy sanctions on the Nigerian government for undermining democracy and abusing human rights. The group specifically asked the United States and the European countries to stop the sale of arms to the Nigerian government until it surrendered the sovereignty of the people back to them. It alleged that previous arms that were sold to the government have found their ways into the hands of terrorists, insurgents, bandits, and herdsmen who are using them to terrorize the indigenous people of the South and the Middle Belt. This followed an earlier warning to the World Bank, the IMF, the UN, African Union, the European Union, China, and others against further loans to Nigeria as a country with questionable sovereignty. Since then, there have been some backlash at the alliance from official and unofficial quarters by those who say the group crossed the red line in its quest for international relevance and support. Now, for instance, questions have been asked as to how Nigeria can effectively tackle its many security challenges, including the ongoing war against Boko Haram and ISWAP terrorists in the northeast.
Say that again, ISWAP.
Almost every other part of the country, if it is unable to procure arms from countries selling them. If Nigeria is still a going concern, how can a balance be created or struck between national security and human rights? How can the rights of indigenous peoples be protected and realized in the current situation? These are the issues we will be looking at on the program today, and we have joining us two leaders of NINAS, Barrister Tony Nadi.
All right, so we'll be coming back to that later on. Siseki, go ahead.
Thank you, Sister Mona. So, like we said, this was happening on AIT after the World Conference that we had. If you watch more, we've posted this video and it's going everywhere, and we're not just on our platform. You can hear what Barrister Tony and Professor Yusuf Turaki. By the way, Professor Yusuf Turaki is the person representing Middle Belt Bloc. Because we tell you about alliance. Somebody was talking about, protesting, come Nigeria and come to protest. Children are the ones protesting. People sit down on table to talk and dialogue. That's what adults do. And that's what we're doing. Sitting on the table, those tables that they say, don't come. Those tables are available to us now. It didn't happen before. Because people were busy agitating and drawing up and down without plan, without strategy. And we told you on this platform, we say, put your acts together. Those doors will open for you to be on the table to discuss. The world wants to discuss with you. You have all the resources using to build the world. Why wouldn't the world want to discuss with you? But you need to put yourselves together. You need to maturely approach the table, showing them what you have to offer, and they want to discuss with you. We told you all these things even before we met Ninas and LNC. We didn't even know that there are people that are already working on that. Right. So it was easy for us when we met with them to collaborate with them because we know that these people are doing the right thing. Sitting down, talking to people that matter and forming alliance with people that think like you. And then you build strength and then do what you need to do. Is a
move. You build strength and move, yes.
And move. Not just being on the street, jumping up and down, they're shooting you like flies and you're dying and waking up. Who does that in 21st century? And some of you say that you went to school. So we're saying another part of this video. Listen to what Professor Yusuf Turaki said. He's from Middle Belt. Because sometimes people say, what of Middle Belt? What of this? They are part of what we're doing. Ninas is all the South and Middle Belt put together. all the people being slaughtered every day, they have come together and are working on this proposal. So listen to him. He will give you, he will talk about two conflicting ideologies in the Nigerian constitution. It's like somebody going somewhere. One is tied to this side, one is tied to this. You are pulling and pulling this way. How can you progress when you are doing this and this? This ideology says come back. This ideology says come front. And you want to run a nation based on two conflicting ideologies in your constitution. Who does that?
Only many people called Nigeria. Yes, so
You that you want to go and
Nigeria.
represent my people. You call yourself a politician. You call yourself a lawyer. How can you have a constitution that have two conflicting ideologies? And you're still talking with me and you want to amend that constitution rather than throw it away? Stop disgracing yourself, because a time will come when our children and grandchildren will look at you and say, Grandpa, you were very stupid. They will tell you, because some of you say the things you say on TV and radio. So there's record. There won't be anywhere to hide your shame. They will ask you, what did you do? Because we know that we are giving birth to smarter children that ask questions. They will ask you. You watching me, you father, you mother, they will ask you, when you realized that the constitution upon which your nation was being managed, through which your nation was being managed, had two conflicting ideologies. What did you do, Grandpa? What did you do, Grandma? They will ask you that question. You better have an answer for them, because it's going to happen. Please.
Very soon, sooner than they imagined. All right.
That the Constitution of the 1999 that was created does not serve our national interest.
Nope.
That is one. It does not serve also our ethnic identity, the interest of our ethnic identities and ethnic nationalities. And so our goal is to ask all Nigerians to reject the 1999 Constitution and replace it with a new constitution that reflects the interests of all ethnic nationalities. One point I need to point out very clearly is that the ethnic nationalities, we have over 400 of them in this country, they existed before any Nigerian geopolitical entity was created by empire builders. Ethnic nationalities existed before the creation of Nigeria. And for that reason, every ethnic nationality has what I call historical freedom. And our historical freedom is based upon how God created each ethnic group with their own ancestral land. Now, this point must be emphasized, and we'll keep on emphasizing that God created humanity, and humans exist in ethnic groups or racial groups or whatever organization that have brought human beings together. And this is under God's creation, that it is the will of God that every ethnic nationality should have their own geographical land, their territory as their own. And what I'm saying here is that all ethnic nationalities have this divine right, and they existed before Nigeria as a nation was created. For that reason, they have precedents of being free, historically free. Now, anything you impose upon a human being that does not reflect justice, fairness, that thing is a cause that creates crisis and conflict. The second thing that I want to say here, the 1999 Constitution. That Constitution, as I have already stated, that is the source of creating crisis, instability for the people of Nigeria. The Constitution has, in one Constitution, you have two distinct and different ideologies. In the 1999 Constitution, these two conflicting ideologies were brought together under one constitution. You have liberal democracy on the one hand, and you have Islamic theocracy on the other hand. Now, you cannot bring liberal democracy and Islamic theocracy under one constitution. You create problems. And that is the problem that we have. It is on the basis of these dual ideologies inscribed, instituted into the 1999 Constitution that has created what we have today. About 12 states in the north, they created Sharia states based upon this conflicting dual constitution that have been fashioned for Nigeria. And this dualism that is within the Nigerian constitution will continue to create instability, conflict, and crisis for Nigeria. And that is the reason why we have resolved, and on the basis for, we have resolved on behalf of every Nigerian, that every Nigerian should look at this constitution and discard it. Now, the reason for discarding, for rejecting this constitution is for our freedom, is for our liberation, is for the stability of this country. Now, the 1999 constitution, what we are doing in Nigeria today is that we are trying let's review the constitution. Let's create an amendment clause for the constitution. But it is unfortunate that when you have an old rugged car and you want to revive that old rugged car, today you may fix the tire, tomorrow you fix the windscreen, the next day you fix another part. Now, this is what is happening in Nigeria. We are trying to amend the constitution, review the constitution, but the basic fundamental issue is that it is a flaw. The constitution is not the right constitution for all Nigerians to subscribe to abide with, and even to accept as their own national constitution.
Flowing from that, Prof. Flowing from that, Prof. What then is Nina's?
I'm calling. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said, flowing from that position that you have just stated that.
All right, so we're going to end this video here. For those of you that are still wondering where are the middle belters, you can see they are part of what we're doing. The indigenous peoples are stipulated by UN. UN must work together in order to regain their freedom. And that's what NINAS is doing. So when we tell you we're not here to play, we are not here to point fingers, we are doing what is required. We are sitting at the table where decisions are being made, and we are serious about this freedom. So let's not be all over the place. And I think our current audience, the ones that show up here every Saturday, I think they do understand where we're going with this. So your goal today and your action today is to send this information to other people that are still struggling to understand what we're trying to do, whether they are your church members or your village meeting members or whatever that is needed to be done. Because as you can see, I sent a video out that says, they are coming to the neighborhood near you. These people are coming to the neighborhood near us, near all of us. And it's not a joke. And there's nobody there. There is nobody there to rescue you. So we need to do this and do it fast before Buhari, Mr. Boo-Boo, President Boo-Boo will allow everybody else to come in and destroy whatever that is left of our land. So we need to go, yo. We need to go. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, Sister Muna. So we'll show, while you get the next video, we want to show you the map, because those that say, oh, map people, yes, we are map people. Everything starts with a map. You can't. I mean, when you want to tell somebody about your place, you have to show them in a map. So we see these people, we say these people are now using one different ideology. And these people live by different ideology. So you cannot run or manage a country with two conflicting ideologies. Before you can discuss with these people, they have to first of all remove their Sharia law, because this is Afghanistan. What is happening in Afghanistan? This is it here. That is what that law is going to do. Afghanistan is created here. Afghanistan Part 2 is sitting down here. Here, we are secular people. Middle belt, you see middle belt. You see the southwest. You see the lower Niger. We believe in civilization. We believe in secularism. We believe in moving forward. We believe in democracy. We believe in Ebe Belu Ugo Belu, equity and justice, fairness. We do not keep people on street. We do not massacre people. We do not chop off people's head because they believe differently. So for us to form a nation, we must agree together. So the South and Middle Belt, we have agreed to work together. Those that have Sharia, those that are creating Afghanistan, Part 2, please stay your own. Let's stay our own. Is it difficult to understand? We're going to show you another video where we just had Nina's World Press Conference. We know we are giving notice. We gave 90 days notice. We gave that to the Nigerian government, 30 days notice to our elected officials, those that have been representing us, 120 days of people activation, that activation of people's power. Let people know in that 120, we engage a lot of diplomats, because we told you that we're going to talk to stakeholders. Our land, we are aware that people are in our land doing business. So if we make decisions concerning our land, we want them to be informed. We want them to be very aware of what we're doing. And all the peoples, all the ethnic nationalities within our area, we want to carry everyone along. Even if there are only 60 people in it, they are a people. We want to recognize them. We want to work with them. So that's what we did with this 120 days, moving around. We went for meetings. Some people went to a far place where there's no road, that you have to go use canoe. We sent our team there. They went there to negotiate with the people, to talk to them and tell them what we are doing and what needs to be done. So, and as God we have it, it's so easy, because they're already suffering. They are living it. So when you come and tell them there's news that this is what we're doing, they will openly welcome their hands and say, yes, please deliver us. Let's deliver ourselves. So this is Dr. Don Pedro Obaseki, representing Midwest region. We told you people that Midwest region had their own referendum. For those that are shouting Biafra, Biafra, you cannot just go and arrest some people and force them into your group. Nobody does that. Not in 21st century. If not, you are representing Fulanis again. The way the Fulani government captured us, that's what you want to do again. Nobody will work with you. Nobody will listen to you. That's why you're not making any move with the people that matter. So the people that matter are already working with us. And you going to meet them again is showing yourself that you're a criminal. Because what else are you going to tell them? What plan are you bringing to the table? So this is Dr. Don Pedro, and then you will listen to other things that he said. Please, Simona, go ahead. Thank you.
The agitations for self.
What happened?
Self-determination in Nigeria wears a new gear as the leader of the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, NINAS, on Tuesday declared that all lawful means would be used to ensure that the 2023 general election does not hold unless the Nigerian government agrees to hold a referendum for the aggrieved indigenous nationalities to decide whether they want a federation known as Nigeria. At a World Press Conference, NINAS called for a complete abolition of the current 1999 constitution, which was described as an agent of slavery and fraud, which promotes injustice, underdevelopment and impunity in the South and Middle Belt of Nigeria. NINAS is of the view that after the proposed referendum, the people can now decide on the constitution they want for themselves and their separate nationals or within the Nigerian Federation.
And it's very important that our people understand what the problem is. Nigeria must sit again and negotiate how Nigerians will remain in Nigeria or negotiate how they want to be in Nigeria. It's not strange 5 years, 4 years ago, people in the United Kingdom sat down. Scotland said, we don't want this Scotland and England again. They do referendum. The vote came, they lost. So Scotland remained in the United Kingdom. Russia used to be known as Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. They sat down in 1991 and broke into 16 countries. Nobody killed each other.
Nobody did.
So please, that is just what we are saying. If we want to remain, let's remain. If we want to live, let's live. But we cannot remain in a union by force that our parents and grandparents did not negotiate. You have to understand that.
NINAS is the umbrella body of self-determination group in the Southwest, South-South, Southeast, and Middle Belt, with Lana Omo Odua under the leadership of a renowned historian, Professor Banji Akintoye, representing the Southwest and Yoruba Land, Lower Niger Congress under the leadership of Barrister Tony Nadi, representing the South-South and Southeast and Middle Belt, Renaissance Movement under the leadership of Professor Yusuf Turaki, representing the Middle Belt.
The UK that put Nigeria together, you saw the Scotland that went to Scotland to referendum. They are also preparing to go to another referendum. Why can't we take this matter to referendum? How many people are they going to arrest if a majority say they are no longer interested in union because you refuse to discuss the terms of the union?
NINAS called on the people of South and Middle Belt of Nigeria living in the United States of America, Canada, and Europe to troop out to participate in the 1 million march being organized to hold in front of the United Nations General Assembly, commencing from September 14th to 24th, 2021 in New York, United States.
Okay. Thank you, Sister Mona. My people, you have heard it. You can watch this video to the end so that you understand. We're not under the table saying it. We're on top of the table. And that's where you belong. You do not belong. You are not a miscreant. Running up and down the table, picking crumbs. You can be on that table. My people say if a child washes his hands clean, he can sit on the table and dine with kings. Osoro ndị nọ eze na table. That's what we're saying. That power belongs to you. That you are the indigenous person. But there's a guideline. There's a way you will follow to do what you're supposed to do. Our people are working together. We are getting positive results, great positive results. People are listening to us. People are opening doors.
Questions.
Exactly. People are opening doors, making changes, because information is key. People did not know these things for the longest time. I met a white man here that was like, I've prayed for Nigeria for 20 years. He's a pastor and a pilot. He said, I've prayed for Nigeria for 20 years. I don't know what is going on. I said, come. Let me tell you what is going on. Because people have been asking questions. What is going on? Why will you be the 6th oil producing nation, yet you be the poverty capital of the world? It does not make sense. So people have been asking questions and they are moving. So that's why it's not a serious thing for us to have access, because genuine people already know there's a problem. So when you now tell them, they say it makes sense. So it was easy when our brother went to Washington to make presentation. It was easy for them to follow. Like, this makes sense. So the alliance of the indigenous peoples of Southern and Middle Belt of Nigeria is the best thing that has happened to the whole world. Because we are the peacemakers. We do not want Nigeria to go into Afghanistan Part 2. And we have been working. This is the most potent local initiative that anyone and everyone can identify with. It has never happened before that indigenous peoples, that the natives brought themselves together and begin to think critically. What the natives usually do is carry a winter gun inside forest and be jumping up and down. They're chasing us, so. Sister Mona was discussing with me the other time about how in those days, I don't know what meeting that they had in one of the villages, and the colonial masters, our people were under a tree, preparing dance to go to war, and what they need to do, beating drums and wearing all those stuff. Now, Machagari, these colonial masters stood on top of the hill. Only God knows what they released, the type of bomb they released. He uprooted the tree. This is our ancient tree that has lasted for 1,000 years. That you were under it, trying to get power to go and fight a woman. Whatever they release, uprooted the tree. The tree first killed. The tree killed them first before they now started shooting the rest. Everybody scattered. So that's what natives have been doing. Someone will say, come, let's use the 20 heads of 20 virgins to go and do juju so that the bullet will not penetrate you. And they will kill buried virgins alive and do charm so that you have a protection. Meanwhile, there's something called bulletproof that you don't need to, that you need to buy and not need to kill any 12 virgins to get. This is 21st century. So this is the first time the natives, the indigenous peoples, came together and began to speak the language that the world will understand.
Right.
Not speaking abracadabra. They say, Nigeria matter is a spiritual issue. Make you wait. 70 days fasting. The pastor, Ndiohi, we declare 70 days fasting for a problem that you can solve practically.
Yes.
You make my people fast 40 days to get a job. Is that what they do in America? Or do you think we don't deserve better?
Hello.
So as we're saying, this is the most potent local initiative. Everybody should identify with it. And you know, this initiative is in line with American policy shifts of no boots on the ground. Because like we're saying, after COVID, nations are re-strategizing. They're thinking differently. They want to save money. They don't want to send troops to your village and support them with trillion. They don't even have the trillion to give you anymore. Because COVID has wiped. COVID has COVID everything. So they don't have it to come. And people don't want to be giving their children to go to here, to one village, to go and fight for people when they don't even understand what it is. So, you know, what does it mean? If America says no boots on ground, they don't want their soldiers to be dying for other people's problems. That's what they're saying. They now believe that people can solve their problems by themselves.
Yep.
Why they support them. They've realized that their interventions cause more damage than do good. Because they usually fail to understand the local politics.
It's a local problem anyway, right?
Exactly. It's a local problem. So it should require a local solution. You don't bring a foreign solution to a local problem. You have to ask the people and find out what they think about the problem, and then you work together with them. That's the right way it ought to be from the beginning. Like what happened with Buhari? Our people were already working with Ninas. Then it wasn't called Ninas. It was called LNC and MNN. They were already working and moving closer to what they were doing. Goodluck understood where the people were going. All of a sudden, Obama brought Buhari. 2015, scattered everything. Obama, Biden, and Clinton, and all of them. They were there meeting the northern governors. And do you know they were under the table?
And the sad thing is that this plan that they always use in problems, especially that doesn't concern the Westerners, it has been ongoing. Nobody contacts the local. They go to the criminal gang bandits, call themselves political leaders. The people that is causing the problem, they go for them for solution. Exactly. So that would tell you that the people bringing you solution, they are not correct in their head. They are coming with a big name. I'm from Europe. I'm from Western world. I'm from Harvard. I'm from Hanaga. They will show up and cause even more mayhem. There was a story somewhere in Africa one time that, you know, people plant for years. They will plant things in their ground and they will cover them because their land tends to be on a hill. So they plant them because of the wind. The wind will take, you know, will blow the plants away or the seeds away. So they used to plant them inside. And one so-called educated foreigner came from with all their wings and bells and whistles to tell them, I know how to do this. You know, I'm going to bring engine and machine and firing squad. and you guys can plant this, and you don't have to do anything, and nothing will, you will get the best harvest. Unbeknownst to the local, because again, we were used to waiting for the Westerners to come and rescue us from the mayhem. We never want to do anything. We're always sitting around waiting for them. So they did all that they could, planted whatever. My dear, wind came, because for over many years their forefathers were planting that thing inside. Wind came and just blew the whole plant away. Hunger was in the land.
Farming.
The so-called Harvard farming husbandry was nowhere to be found. Agora Agugbo, because he did not know the reason why they plant those things inside, because it's on a hill and the wind will blow it off. So why am I telling you guys this story? That if you are waiting for these people to come and solve your local problems, you will be waiting forever. Your blood, Buhari said, blood of monkeys and baboons will be on the street. Your blood will be on the street. It has not stopped anyone. As I'm telling you right now, even with the COVID, people are here having vacation, living the time of their life. If you die, they don't know. If you don't die, they don't know. So the earlier that we wake up and begin to key in, because IG, potent meaning in here will always strong. Like any way you look at it is strong. It will destroy the virus. That Ninas has provided us with the potent solution that we need to get where we're going. All we need is for people to be singing the same song, singing this lullaby song, and then the so-called Westerners will know that we have our destiny in our hands. They don't have any other choice. No boots on the ground. We'll get to our destination. But as long as you begin to do your 90-day fasting, some people are over there telling people, oh, it's your but your governors that are holding you down, is your local politicians that are holding you down, when all these people are political bandits. They work together. Nobody is understanding what is going on this part of the equation and the other side. The only thing that will stop that politician, whether local, national, state, or otherwise, is for us to get to that referendum that we are pushing for, and we decide how it's going to be. We will tell these people how to dance our song, our songs. Just the same way Americans will tell their leaders how to dance the song, we will begin to tell our leaders how to dance the song that we are beating. If not, 1 billion days of fasting is not going to help you. 3 trillion spending of money is not going to help you. The only thing that will help us to come out from this hellhole is this Nina strategy that we have on the table. So you guys must do what you can. At your neck of the wood, you must do what you can to make sure that our people understand. Especially those of us in diaspora, really. Most of us in diaspora are the ones that are holding our people down. Because if we do what we need to do, we all have brothers and sisters back home, and explain this thing to them, and at least they will begin to key in. No one was sent to overseas to go and start living large and posting yourself on Facebook and having the time of your life. You were sent me again. Some of you may start missing one of these days. You were sent here for a time like this. You need to get on your knees and start asking God, what role does He want you to play in this restoration project? Do not go and sit thinking, oh, I'm a plan from Nigeria. Those people, I'm done. That's not why EJ Mipu safely, because it could have been the other way around for you. You were sent to diaspora for a time like this. So the question to you today is that what are you doing with that grace, with that time, with that opportunity that our good Lord has given to you for a time like this? Sister, please go ahead.
Yes, my dear. And that's what we're saying, that the foreigners are making these changes. You need to make changes. They've seen that they failed in many ways to handle these local problems, because usually they don't understand the dynamics involved in building some of these nations. So they are realizing it. They'll usually underestimate the enemy and mislead and misjudge the geopolitical realities. So they are beginning to have a rethink, because usually they will not get the counter-insurgency that they need. They will not get it right. So they will end up endangering the people. And that is why the LNC team went with their partners to go to Washington to discuss these things with them. And thank God the administration then was willing to listen. They paid attention, listen to understand what it is. That it's not farmers and herders clash. There is something bigger than that. And because of that, they are doing the needful. America is changing their policies. They are moving away from what they used to have before. Things are changing. You see, it took them 20 years. This strategy we are talking about, it took 20 years and a lot of wisdom to develop it, step by step strategy that will give us what we want without shedding blood. So you see, it's so potent, like Sister Mona said, that after using it in Nigeria, other parts of Africa, we need it because we need to resolve conflicts. We don't want conflicts in Africa anymore. We don't want wars anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And what Ninas is saying is that we can take responsibility of ourselves today and our land. Just need support. Don't support the enemy. Support the people. Support the indigenous peoples. And they're understanding it. The world cannot afford to have Afghanistan part 2 in Nigeria. We cannot. Afghanistan, they are just like 40 million. Nigeria, there are 215 million. So the world cannot deal with 215 million refugees. Remember that if Nigeria sneezes, the entire Africa will catch cold, including Europe. If people are already trekking through Mediterranean Sea, through the deserts, and swimming through Mediterranean Sea, when there's no war, imagine when Taliban crosses over to Nigeria, what would they do? When you see people that will carry gun and trek to Europe, if they get there, if Europe immigration officers are shooting them, they'll be shooting them back. We're not going anywhere. We are coming inside. In 1 week, Europe will be overrun. So the world cannot afford to have Nigeria go into anarchy. And they cannot, and that's why we have expectation from the world and the US. The world powers. The expectation we have for you is we appreciate all the things that you're doing. Those that are canceling deals with Nigeria, we appreciate all that. You need to do more. You need to make your policy adjustments. Begin to make your policy adjustments to be in favor of indigenous peoples and against the terrorist government of Nigeria. You need to begin to put those sanctions you discussed in Europe. All those sanctions we're talking about, you need to hasten up. You need to hasten up and make commitments towards the quarantine, because this is quarantine bandits. We have concluded plan to quarantine bandits and global terrorists. Instead of allowing them to run everywhere and kill people, they can be quarantined. So show your commitment. And we therefore appeal to all the Judas goats. My sister will show us the last video that we have because we need to begin to round up this program.
Right.
Judas goats.
This is what I was saying about Facebook. Do you see our sister here, Grace Johnson? She said, I can't see your video on Facebook. So this is everyday activity. They're always blocking what we're doing. And that's why you have to make that extra effort if you are here to share this program, not just by video, but also word of mouth. Because some people don't want us to have freedom. They want us to remain in the wilderness as if we don't know where we're going. So we cannot depend on the social media to help us get this information out there. It's not enough. You must do what you can. I've gotten so many text messages. Oh, I can't find your videos. And I knew, because this morning when I logged, I'm like, 9 people. There's no way in hell. Just my children alone is 7. That's plus me and Equi. That's 9. So where are the other people? So please begin to help us to share this information. They usually block us all the time. But if I was here now, twerking and shaking body, you will see them. They will send it to 1 million people to come and watch. As if we are dumb people, we don't know any better. We don't know what to do with our brain. We are just watching show marker where they are playing around. And then when we are discussing issues that has to do with that have to do with our lives, they will block it. So please do your part. Do your part. So this is not a propaganda. They block this video. They do it all the time. Help us to make sure that our people are getting this information by word of mouth. We can depend on social media to get this done. All right, Sister, what did he say she do again?
Yeah, the last video that we will show. So our people, as we plan, and anytime if you miss our show, go to our wall. We always post it there, YouTube, Facebook, everything. You will see it and follow. You understand? We have to do this together. We have to move. We will move with people that are well informed so that you don't put your leg inside trap and they will cut it off. We are moving very carefully. So we are talking to Judas goats. because we know that this set of people, as we plan to live, as we plan to get freedom and self-determination for our people, they try to frustrate it because they are leading our people to slaughter. They will lead our people to slaughter. Then when our people are being killed, they will disappear. They will carry our people to the Fulani INEC election. This one that they are planning, 2023. You have been doing election all over your life. 2015 you did. 2019 you did. Were you able to stop jihadists? Were you
Nope.
able to stop the people that are slaughtering our people? 500 in one night in Jos, in southern Kaduna. Did you stop it?
Nope.
Blood is flowing everywhere. What has the election at the Fulani INEC election done for you? But you know what? This set of people, the Judas goats, are the ones that have been leading us to this same slaughter. Every day, they will lead us to that place. We are saying that we have a dispute
On the table.
on the table. What we are discussing now is not how for you to vote in your candidates at the national level. We are saying that constitution needs to go down. We are saying we need to go into transition. We are saying we need to do referendums to determine who are Nigerians and who are not Nigerians before you can do any election. Suspend it. But you Judas goats, you continue to lead us. We have Judas goats in political parties. The political parties are the Judas goats. We need to call you one by one. Political parties that when we are saying they are killing us, all you're thinking of is how to lead us to where they will kill us more. Church leaders, the political parties are giving you tithes. So when we are saying they are killing us, we need to run. You will lead in us and position our head so that they will cut it very well. Traditional leaders, social influencers. You have these politicians as your boyfriend and girlfriend and everything, and women friend and man friend. You position us for us to be killed. You are a Judas goat. There's another one I encountered recently. Say it's called the Association of Southeast Town Union something union town unions, and all they do is they are otimpu in the politicians. During the day, they are shouting for politicians. In the night, they will go and support the street gangs that want to enforce sit at home. They are the ones sponsoring those people. So stop what you're doing. And then we have another group that call themselves freedom fighters, but they're not freedom fighters. They are actually street gangs, cults, and bandits. What they're trying to do is to terrorize our people. That's all they're doing. The way Taliban, you saw how Taliban is killing people on the streets. That is there any difference between what Taliban is doing in Afghanistan and what those street gangs are doing in Southeast? Did you see any difference? It's the same thing. And we have told you people in this platform, they are not here for the freedom of our people. They just want to make money. And you can see it is becoming obvious. Every day they're talking about money status, the financial status of family of Kanu and his business, and is about how to restore Kanu and his family business. That's all they do all day long. They have not spoken to anyone about our freedom. They have not discussed nobody will even discuss with them, because who wants to discuss with miscreants? Who wants to do that? There's no right thinking governor or diplomat or whatever or government that we want to do that. So they now resort to lies and propaganda. And we're saying, stop all this that you're doing, because you are endangering our people and positioning them for slaughter. Please go ahead, Sister Mona. There's one of that I said to that called himself, or he said he's Austin Okeke. And he's living in abroad, though. All he does is to do business with politicians. And then in the night, he will go and give a money to IPOB people to go and kill our people, say they're doing sit at home. These are the criminals everywhere. Judas goats everywhere. They know the solution that we work. They will not support the solution that we work. They'll be there now, mirroring into hypocrites. All form of deception here and there. Are we ready, please, Sister Mona?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I don't know why it's not it's playing, but there's no voice coming out. Oh,
okay, let's see.
It's coming. It's coming. Uh, there's a volume on this. Okay,
I think
let me
I heard
see.
sound now. So please, we are begging all of you, Judas goats, please, we need to go home. Everything is on the table. Understand what Ninas is doing. Stop trying to frustrate what Ninas is doing, because you cannot, you cannot, you cannot. The people have agreed together and are working. You might not see them on social media because Nina's work is not on social media. The only thing is that we come here to inform you about what is going on. Work is going on. Charter of relationships are being developed in all the blocks. So your being stupid is not going to stop us. Your being ignorant is not going to stop us. You trying to misinform the people and turn around the work of Ninas will not stop us. We are determined to be free. It's a collective effort. And we, the people, have come together to achieve that self-determination, because we know that if we do not, what awaits us is death. And we do not want to die, because God did not design that we should be killed in that manner. So, and God wants us to achieve our potential. He wants self-determination and also self-actualization. Like you have sexual actualization for individuals, and then you have self-determination for nations and peoples. It's only when you actualize yourself that you'll be able to live to your full potential as a human being that God has created.
Yep.
We are able to do what we are doing because God has made us comfortable to a certain level. If we are not, we won't be able to help others.
Nope.
So we're saying we don't want to continue to help 10 people, one person. All the no. We want to help our people. And we want our people to be out so that we work together. And it's doable. We can do it. Every Judas goat, please come out for road. We beg you. We are appealing to you. Political parties, church leaders, all they are telling our people is collect PCV or CVC. What is that thing that they used to vote? Whatever it is. All you do, that's it. The one that you have been collected since, what has it done for the people? Are you making money from the people? And we're telling you that there's this solution on the table, and you're not able to understand it and embrace it. That's what we're telling you. We are saying, listen. We're not even telling you to bring money. Listen first. Listen to this strategy so that you understand how you can be part of it. Everything is not about money. Some, just by talking to your people and telling them the right thing. Is it still coming, Stamona?
Yes, I'll let you know. My internet
Okay.
is not behaving.
All right. So by informing people, teaching the people what they should know, I hear all sorts of ways that people try to turn around scriptures, and it breaks my heart. You manipulate people with scriptures just to get money from them. And when they die, you enter your private jet and you move around. You move away. Meanwhile, you have positioned the people to be killed. When they come to kill them, you are living in your mansion and your children are abroad. You fly out. You are a Judas goat.
Yep.
Austin Okeke, you are a Judas goat. Any group that is in Igbo land, that is in South, that you are not talking about what Ninas is doing to understand it, you are a Judas goat.
Judas goat. Yes, you are.
All you Judas goats, please, can you stop? Get out of our way, because you are leading the sheep to the slaughter. Your activities is exposing the people for death. And once they start killing the people in Maple, you will escape and go and live in your foreign house in diaspora, and the people will be dying. It is not fair. Please stop. Repent today. Stop being a Judas goat. Stop.
All right.
Thank you.
Artie?
I think this video may be corrupt. It's not playing. All right. So the bottom line is that we are calling out those that are leading our people to their early demise. We're calling out those, especially those in authority figures that we authoritative positions that can influence our people, be you pastors or I don't know, dancers, whatever position that you may find yourselves, that this is the time for you to do the right thing. This is the time for you to use your position to get our people to the rightful place where they need to be. This is not time. This is not for your glory anymore. We are not here to glorify any man. We need to get our people out of this dungeon that they found themselves in, because if we don't get this thing done as quickly as possible, they are coming to the neighborhood near you. I don't care who gets mad and get upset and say, oh, you're using the spirit of fear, you're talking fear. No, it's not fear, it's fact, my dear. Buhari already, the President Bubu already invited his friends, his brothers and sisters to come and help them finish the job. And you know that your land is porous, so anything can appear and disappear back before you know it. While you're sleeping, they will come in. Before you know it, they will take you out down before even UN appears. So let's push our political leaders, or I don't even want to call them leaders, those that are holding the criminal political bandits. Let's push them to do the right thing, because we need to get out of this contraption called Nigeria, this abomination called Nigeria. The Judas Goat video is on YouTube if you want to go and watch it to actually make connection with what we are talking about, how this sheep or will lead the rest of the goats into the dungeon and then walks disappear to the other side. Is so funny. So it's not a what is it called? It does happen, and it's happening to us as human beings every day. We just didn't know that was what was going on. Every 4 years, they will bring their so-called election and then do abracadabra and decide to bring in whoever they want to bring in, and then we sit there and clap and say we are Nigerians. God forbid. Enough of that. So we are going to end a little early today, only because the internet here is not that strong. I'm actually out of town, so the internet here is not that strong. It's going in and out. We want you guys to continue to share this information. Our brother Sydney says CEOs and industry owners and entertainment industry, fashion industries, they are also Judas goat. Yes, my brother, they are. Especially the musicians, while they are singing, I go chop your money. People are being killed every day, and they'll come out and portray the environment as if it's the best environment in the whole wide world. They are not using their positions to speak for our people. They are not doing anything. It's all about them. I know for years, I don't know, we all remember Bob Marley. Bob Marley for years was singing for injustice happening in African continent and all that kind of stuff. But these young musicians and influencers, my day, it's all about them. Oh. By the time you know it, they put their new lips, put their new eyebrow, put their new butt, and then they're profiling it online. You can watch them 1,000,000% of you can watch. They're not going to do anything for you. It's all about them. As you're saying, they will bring out their latest vehicle, and they will even be driving 7 vehicles when you cannot find food to eat. And we're saying, let's do the right thing. Let's do the right thing so that you will be able to live a life well meaning for a human being. Because right now, a lot of our people are not, and it's doable. It's something that we can do as brothers and sisters and get ourselves out of the dungeon. We can do this. It's all about in the mind. When you begin to understand what your enemy or your enemies have in mind for you, then you'll be able to strategize to find a way to get out of it. But as long as you don't know that it's your enemy and you're there eating gari and dancing with them, you know they will take you out. So the job has been done. Nina's has the door there. All you have to do is push the door and you see that it's open. It's a no-brainer. We need to hurry up and get this done. We have no time. The Taliban's, they have all the ammunitions that they need, free of charge. With the blessings of the US, it's sitting right there, all of them. So they are not short of ammunition to come and wipe you down, wipe you out in one setting. So we can no longer continue to be where we are. We can no longer to be nonchalant, be sitting behind, be a spectator, watching other people do it. I'm drawing my business plan. When you are finished, I'll come open up my business. You can't even afford to do that anymore. So please, Let us wake up and do the right thing. All of us, especially in those regions that is not part of the Sharia. They left you guys over 21 years ago with their Sharia law. And you guys are still sitting there asking, is this doable? Can we do this? Is this even allowed? They did their own 21 years ago and you're still asking questions. I don't understand, my people. Sister, if you go ahead.
My sister, yeah, and that's the issue we have with our people. That false hope. People are just giving you false hope. And by the way, the election we're talking about is not an election boycott. We keep saying it. We are not saying that you should stay away when they're doing the election. That's not what we're saying. We're saying that we make them to stop pushing us to that journey of election, because what is in front of us is not election. What is in front of us is life, how to be alive first, because our enemies are coming to kill us and destroy us. We don't want to be talking about how to change driver of a car that does not have any engine. We're saying Nigeria is a car, a vehicle that has no engine. The engine don't knock.
And it's
Make I
coming
talk
down
from
the
here.
hill. It's coming down from
Exactly. And he there on top, they roll down by itself. No control. He just they roll off the cliff. He just rolling down to collapse everybody that is inside. So when that is going on, is the election of who to put the driver that you be talking about. We're talking about how to come out of the vehicle that is rolling down, going to kill all of us. Jump out of it. Let's get another vehicle. That's what we're saying. Is it so difficult to understand? But we're saying that there's some people that are the Judas goats that want to continue to keep that vehicle that does not have an engine, trying to sustain it and give us false hope. And we wait there and we all die inside, and we don't want to die. So please share this video and others. Get yourself informed. Information is key. We are not saying that if you're not informed that we'll not wait, we'll not do what we're doing. We are doing it anyways. If you read the Bible, God has never used 20 billion people to get a change. He will always look for a man. He said, I'm looking for a man. If he can get few people that can think straight, he will begin to work with them. And this has happened, and we are moving on and working. We are just in telling you some of the things we're doing so that you'll be part of it, giving you opportunity to be part of it, and for your family to be part of it, and for your community to be part of it, and for your peoples, because we have up to over 400 different ethnic nationalities in Nigeria. We are not saying that each will become a country, but we are saying that each
will
will
have a
vote at
voice.
referendum. Sorry?
I say each will have a voice.
They will have a voice and then decide what they want to do. Will they want to be inside Nigeria, or they want to form another nation with their neighbors? This is what is done. USR, for instance, split into 15, but we're not doing that. We want to ask our people a simple question. What do you want? And then they will say, this is what we want at referendum. But while that is going on, transition process will be in place. So those of our people that are busy saying all sorts of things, those that are in the Sharia territory, talking to your people, because you people are suffering too. The elites, they just did wedding now when they use private jets to go and do all the things that they needed to do. You are suffering too. Those of you, the common people, the common Fulanis, the common Hausas, you are suffering too. You're dying. You're not enjoying. But we are giving you a solution to your problem. And we're saying, talk to your leaders that we need to go into transition. We need to set people that will be representing us in that transitional government, because we're going to have a transitional government. Then people will be represented in that transitional government. There will be timeline. They will give them timeline. This transitional government, you're going to have 1 year, or you're going to have 6 months, or you're going to have 2 months. That's how it's done everywhere. And they'll give them mandates. This is what you need you to achieve within this time. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to do. Then we restructure everything, reconfigure everything, and then everybody will be happy and people will be better protected. People will be moving. Then we have our people coming back from outside We're not happy that our people are scattered all over the world in different dungeons, different prisons, different everywhere. Nigerians are there. We do not want that. We can do much more better. We can do better than we are doing now, and we are able to do it. So please, okay, is that which one is this now?
The Nigerian royal wedding. So Buhari's son just got married. Go ahead. I was just trying to support what you were saying.
Yeah, are you playing the video for them?
No,
No,
it's not a
you're
video.
just telling them.
It's just a
Okay,
video.
so this is what they all do. And in that wedding, all the Nigerian elites, because when it comes to sharing money and sharing cake, they don't know Hausa, Fulani, Igbo, Yoruba. They are in one group. It was Sanusi that said it. Sanusi said that the battle is between the Nigerian elites and the poor masses. The Nigerian elites have stolen all the things that they will use to take care of the poor masses, and then have refused to listen to the poor masses. And this is all they do. Royal wedding, royal birthdays, royal party, royal music, everything. That's what they do with the resources that they will use to build hospitals, build schools, build things for you, infrastructure, create jobs. They make it look as if it's impossible to create jobs for Nigerian youths. It is not impossible. It is mismanagement of resources that is the problem. But why is the resources being mismanaged? Because the document they are using to manage Nigeria is fraudulent, is illicit. It does not make sense because it has two conflicting ideologies. You cannot use it to run any company, ordinary company. You can't use it to run company, let alone a nation. So this is simple. Follow what Ninas is doing. Get involved, because we are getting to where we are getting where we ought to get. Because you know what, the international communities are discussing with us. They are working with us because now they change their policy. They want to be behind while the indigenous peoples are in front. They don't want to come and be fighting for you anymore. And they have told Buhari, Bubu, and his people that guns will not be used in this one. So those that are trying to pull us to go and bring gun, go and keep your guns and your machetes. This is brain work, and we are set to do this brain work and finish it up and set our people free because they've done it in other nations. Why can't it be done here? Thank you very much.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. So we'll see you guys next week. Like we said, the video is out there for the Victory Proclamation over 1999 Constitution. Share this information. I think once our people get hold of this information, we will get to where we are going faster. Please help us in any way that you can. Share, 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 share. Talk about it too. I've already shown you these people are blocking what we are doing. It's not the first time. So let people get this information. If anyone needs to get in contact with us, please do so. I am going to post our WhatsApp information on our Facebook page, so you can click that link and join us on Nina's platform. We need people we can do this. If you have group of people that wants to be educated on what's going on, please do not be afraid to contact us. Okay, our number is listed on the thing is +17743380942. It remains the number that we've always used on this show. So use it to contact us via WhatsApp. You can call it as a phone number or you can call it as a WhatsApp number. We are here to do the needful. Let's do this, brothers and sisters, so we can get home. Like we say, it's not just we in Nigeria. We want our brothers and sisters all over Africa to be liberated from whatever that is demon that is holding them down. So let's get this work done. They are waiting for us, because we are going to be the lead in all of this. They're waiting for us to actually accomplish this and then come help them to do the same. And it's possible. You have to believe in yourself. Do not believe in another man. Believe in yourself. You have all that you need to be the best that you can be. The only thing that you need to do is to activate it. It's already in your DNA. Activate your gift, use it, and we go home faster. Thank you. And last but not least, our brother Tony Nadi said, election renews the life of 1999 Constitution. Only political parties contest elections, and the end point is the worsening and deepening of the pains, miseries, and conditions inflicted on all by the 1999 Constitution. At a time, the victim of the toxic 1999 Constitution in the NINAS Alliance territory are working vigorously to halt the voyage to 2023 renewal cycle of the 1999 Constitution. the political parties in this regard are playing the role of Judas goat that law other goats to be slaughtered. So, my people, it's a no-brainer. We are tying these points together for you guys to understand that this is a strategy. Political bandits, religious bandits, freedom fighting bandits, bandits, hajru everywhere. They come in all forms, bandit upon bandit, banditry, honey, they are everywhere, swimming in our eyes. And some days they will come out as a church leader, the next day they come out as a baby, another day they'll come out as an influencer. They're all over the place, the same group of people. So let's recognize them and kick them out of the way and get home faster. Thank you. We will see you guys next week. It has been a pleasure. Have a great one.